When I think about funerals that have taken place over the last 12 months, the two words that stand out for me are fear and love. Perhaps they are words that are always associated with funerals and death, but somehow over this last year, they took on a particular power. In the early days, we were so gripped by fear at funerals. We were told we had to be very few in number. So many people who wanted to be there were not able to be. If we took the funeral of someone who was older, often there was a partner of a similar age, and we feared about them being present. We remembered how we had to avoid all physical contact with one another. How can anyone emerge from a funeral of someone whom they love, surrounded by others whom they love, and not know and give the comfort of a hug? And of course, there was fear of the technology that we were having to become familiar with in making sure that other people could join with the service remotely. But the other word which was around through these last 12 months was love. As a minister or celebrant, I was privileged to witness the love of those who had gathered, not just for the person who had died, but one another. In the intimacy of small funerals, where people felt safe to show their grief, because the only other people there were those whom they loved most in the world, there was a power that I had not often witnessed at funerals. We were free to grieve in a more real way, because no one had to be strong for anybody else. And funerals could take on a more informal nature, as different members of the family felt able to contribute and show and speak of the love that they had for the person who had died. So many people have talked about how much they have lost by having a funeral in this season. And I think fear took on a more sinister hue. But love was always present. And as I reflect back on it, love overshadowed fear.